Yeah. Hi. I think I'm live. Welcome to CrossYoga, and my name is Ria. I'll be starting in just a few seconds, so I hope you unroll your mat and get ready for our powerful flow today. So a mat can be almost anything as long as not slippery. That's kind of a problem sometimes. So as you slowly pop online, and make sure you write a comment if you are able to in the feet section there, that'll be great. So just to begin with, so this morning, nothing worked out the way that I wanted to. Now, normally I take great pride in trying to make my videos look really, really nice, but I couldn't find a spot. So this is what I have to deal with right now. So I have to take a deep inhale and exhale. Beside that, I have my little microphone here that I thought I should use, but I forgot the dongle for the computer. So again, exhaling, just letting that be, and just doing the best with what I have right now. So if you're ready, I'll just try to see if I can actually align this just a little bit more. Yeah. You're always welcome just to sit down on your mat and breathe and just shake things out. Actually, it can be a really cool thing to shake things out if you like. So any worries or scares or whatever happens in your life, you might want to shake that out. So if you're ready, just sit down on the mat and just checking in to see if everything is working. So some people are sometimes asking me, what's the difference between flow yoga and the slow yoga you do? And flow is the faster way of practicing yoga postures. So, and slow, of course, the more slow, where you take more time in each posture. It's not necessarily so that slow yoga is easier, because if you really go deep into Warrior 2 or something like that, it's pretty hard. So it all depends on the mood and, of course, of the instructor and the way that they like to take that class or do that class. All right, let's slowly get started. So sit as comfortable as you can. And remember, no bodies are alike. No minds are alike either, but no bodies. So you might not sit like me. You might be choosing to sit half lotus or just, somewhere else. The important thing is that your spine is tall, shoulders a little bit back, and sit up. So I had prepared a theme for this morning, but I think at least I need to, and maybe you do too, to exhale and to center yourself around just being present, letting go of things you thought you knew, you thought you had control of. So closing your eyes. And if you just tune in right now, just sit down on your mat and calm your breath. You have tuned in to CrossYoga, and that is Christ-centered yoga for everybody. And today I'll be teaching you for around 1 hour, of course, finishing up with meditation and stretching. And before that, warming up, and then a sequence. Sigh it out through your mouth if you need to. And maybe picture God sitting or standing close to you, just saying, Let me take your worries. Let me take the things that's binding you, holding you down. Let them go. And spend the next hour in my presence. Feeling how your inhales lift your chest, expands your belly, and all settles down as you exhale. And exactly that theme with pressing pause and letting go was actually also what I had in mind for the class. Everything in your life, what's going on, doesn't have to be a part of your yoga practice right now. Right now, you can choose to press pause and kind of take all these things in your mind, leave them beside the mat in God's hands. And then you can always pick them up after the class if you want to. But right now, breathe. Breathe in peace. And if you're ready, you can start moving your head so that your chin and cheek kind of come down towards the chest. Chin up towards one shoulder, roll your head in front of you, and then up to the other shoulder. Maybe looking towards the sky and then doing some soft shoulder neck rolls, And then let your head sit somewhat still and move into your shoulders, rounding them, moving them, maybe at the same pace or just one at a time, finding spots that might be sore or stiff or not feeling good. And you can stop moving your shoulders and work into your spine. You might choose to move your shoulders together with your spine, but maybe not. And move slowly, forward and back, from left to right side. And close your eyes, move softly. So Jesus was a man under a lot of pressure during the 3 years he was, teaching and healing people. He was a famous guy. He was an influencer. He was, a rock star, so to say. So lots of people wanted to know him, wanted to talk, wanted things from him. And as you move, just listen here. And while it was still night, way before dawn, he, Jesus, got up and went out to a secluded spot and prayed. Simon and those who were with him went looking for him. They found him and said, "Everybody is looking for you." So Jesus pressed pause, went out to pray, because that was where he found strength and energy. Slowly work your way around to all fours, tabletop. And you can keep moving your spine, spreading out your fingers. Maybe extend one leg out, your right leg to the back. Move forward and back a little bit, stretching the calves. Switching leg, opposite side. So free postures that just helps you to wake up your body here in the morning if you're watching in the morning. All right, work your way into downward facing dog and keep moving your legs slowly, bending one knee at the time. Maybe engaging in your Ujjayi breath, that breath with the snoring, ocean sounding exhale. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose. And then slowly move into your plank. You're going to warm up a little bit. Finding your plank posture, coming down on your knees. Slowly lowering down your hip. Don't overdo this. Looking up. Tucking your shoulders back. Abdomen in. Using your core as you lean back. And lifting knees up, downward facing dog. You can do this with the breath. So we come to a plank on an inhale. Down on our knees, upward dog. It's actually called exhaling. Inhaling, moving slowly back. Exhaling as you lift your hip up and back into down dog. Again, moving to plank. And if it becomes too much for your wrist, you can do this on your elbows as well. I'll show you. And here is an alternative version. Just using your dolphin instead of down dog. One more time. Inhale to plank on elbows or hands. Up dog, exhale. Inhaling slowly, coming back. Down dog. Walk your feet to the top end of the mat and then fold forward. And then this forward fold, maybe think about things you want to let fall out of your head. Okay, things you want to surrender. So what do you want to press pause from today? What do you want to surrender and give to God? Just name them briefly, no long sentences. And then slowly coming into mountain pose, standing at the top end of your mat. Take your arms out to the side and up towards the ceiling. And then leaning back, just gently opening up, looking up towards the sky, opening up your chest. And what do you pray for this day? What do you need this day? And if you don't know, don't judge yourself. Maybe just say, I don't know, God, I don't know. I'm just here. That's all good. Palms together in front of your chest and then fold forward. Doing a few sun salutations now. Slowly the first time through. Half lift. Then you find your plank. Palms down on your mat. Step it back. Maybe on your knees, maybe on your toes. Shoulders back, opening up your chest to lower down. Elbows pointing down towards your feet. Inhaling, lifting up your chest. From there, using your arms, using your core as you find down dog. Awesome. Coming to the front. And again, folding forward. Rise up, and I'll do a version of sun salutation. So we'll go with a back bend again. Open up, exhale. Inhaling, straight spine. Maybe Ujjayi, exhaling, folding forward. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, plank to low plank. If you jump back, make sure your core is engaged. Inhale, cobra, or your up dog where your hip is off the mat. Exhale, down dog. And take a breath in down dog. Adjust your stance. If you jump, lift the heels off. Inhale as you move to the front. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling, rising up. Again, open up your chest 3 more times through. Welcome to close your eyes. Inhale, arms up. Soften and folding forward. Lifting up halfway. Plank to low plank. Shoulders above your fingertips. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And again, 1 breath. Inhale to the front. Exhale, fold forward. Reach up, inhale. And exhale, lean back. Straighten your spine. Don't focus on doing this right or correct or to the best of your abilities. Just move, all right? Just move. Half lift. Plank to low plank. It doesn't have to be pretty, and you're not doing it to look good. You're doing it to move, to breathe, to be healthy in body, soul, and mind. Last time through to the front. Inhale. Folding forward, exhale. Reach up, high, tall. Open up, leaning back. Here I am, God. Straighten your arms. Inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Half lift, inhale. Plank, low plank, exhale. Cobra, up dog, inhale. And your down dog, exhale. Again to the front on your inhale. Wrapping up in mountain pose. Standing tall. And then hands down by your side, opening up your chest. Close your eyes. Just be with your breath, with your body, with the sensations that you feel right now, heat or maybe a little tiredness, I don't know. Open up your eyes and I'll guide you through a sequence, and we'll do it slowly the first time through, and then we'll repeat and add on more postures. Sit down in your chair. Try to align knee and toes somewhat and have this tall spine so the duck tail is tucked under. From here, extend your right leg to the front. Point your toe. And then slowly move your leg back, arms out to the side, airplane. So go as wide as you can with the space that you have. Maybe the back leg is out in horizontal. And then place both fingers down on the floor and lower down the right foot. There you lift it up. Bending the front knee, looking a little bit to the front. High lunge. So slowly reach up. See if you can keep your balance. Arms towards the sky. Relax your shoulders. No need to stretch the arms heavily. Just kind of settle in this pose. Find your right hand. And then cross your right hand above to your left thigh. Move into a gentle twist. Broadening the arms out to each side. Then look down on the ground, hands on the floor here on the mat, framing the foot. And then the left foot you have in front, lift it up and back, down dog. Take a look at the foot. The toes are pointing directly down. And maybe your leg is not higher than just aligned with the floor. And then a powerful move, bending the knee, taking it in underneath your belly, and then nose or chin towards the chest, and standing plank pose. If it's too much, come down on one knee. Move it back, the leg there, down dog. And shake anything out, just side out as much as you need. If it was hard, no need to hold it back. Express what you feel. Move to the front again. All these poses on the other side. Exhale, fold forward. High mountain, inhale. Chair pose, exhale. Notice that you're not only standing on your heels, the whole foot there is on the ground. Extend your left leg to the front, pointing your toes. Lots of strength in the standing leg. And see if you can keep your balance. Slowly find your airplane, left leg moving back. As before, closed hip, toes pointing down. Maybe your spine, your leg is aligned with the floor. You can take both hands down just to reach the floor as you lower down this left leg. Bending the front knee, always alignment between ankle and knee. Look to the front for stabilization as you reach up into high mountain. Making sure your core is engaged, helping you to stabilize your spine, pelvis. And then your left hand, reaching on the outer edge of your right thigh. And again, option of just staying here, especially if you're, a little bit belly or pregnant or whatever. Just stand here or maybe lean a little bit more forward. Gaze down on the floor, hands down. Spread the fingers out. Powerful move, right leg up and back. Three-legged dog, and just adjust your stance. This foot on the mat, make sure it's aligned with the long end of the mat so it's not moved out to the side. Are you ready for our powerful plank? Not really, but let's do it anyway. Okay, knee underneath your tummy and move your spine up. Push the floor away, lift through your shoulder blades. And keep breathing. And then down dog. Some people find it weird that moving and actually doing a bit of exercise as we are right now can be a pause. But at least for me, the way I work, moving, breathing, using my body is a mental pause. And that's more often what I need than sitting down on the couch. All right, move to the front. Fold forward. If you need a sip of water, you can take a sip of water. We'll repeat the postures with the pace going faster and then adding on some more. All right, high mountain. And hands down by your side. If you're still drinking, one more breath. And then we'll do our chair again. So sit down in your chair, arms aligned with the ears. Right leg to the front, trying to keep your balance, pointing your toes. As you move into your airplane, you'll flex the foot, reach back, and maybe this time it's easier, maybe it's not. You can have your fingers down, or just keep your balance, trying at least for your high lunge, lowering down right foot, reaching your arms up. Awesome. Twisting. Right hand, your left side. If you're up for it, go for a little bit of a deeper twist. Ready for three-legged dog. Inhale, hands down. Exhale, left leg up. Inhale, prepare for your plank. Exhale as you push in. Inhale, three-legged dog. Moving into some more postures, exhaling it through. So again, left leg to the front. Turning the back foot around, warrior two. Lift through the front foot. Checking if the knee is still somewhat aligned with the ankle. And now arms out. Gaze to the front of your fingers. And find your breath. And then flip your palms. And maybe notice, you can, just try to do this and notice what it feels like. Maybe you can notice your shoulders. You move your thumbs a little bit back, engagement behind your shoulder blades. Now, two things will happen at once. You'll extend the front leg and you'll lift your arms up so palms meet. And then again, reaching out your palms aligned with the floor, bending the front knee, moving the front knee towards the pinky toe. I'll do that 3 more times. Inhale, extend the legs, arms up. Ujjayi, exhale, coming down. 2. Slowly, graceful. Last time. And flip the front palm, reverse to warrior, peaceful warrior, whatever you want to call it. And reaching back, bending strongly into the front leg. Using your root lock, your pelvic floor, your abs to move your arms to the front and then the inside of this front foot. Turn the front foot around so you'll be standing in a wide-legged forward fold. I like my toes pointing in ever so slightly. And then move down, forehead, or actually the top of the head down. As this is a slow time through, you might choose to grab your ankles or calves and pull yourself a little bit further down. And then lift up, back into down dog. Now your hands will stay where they normally are, where they have been a few times already, and then push the front foot back, down dog. 3 postures. In down dog, maybe just one breath in child's pose. Just going to show you child's pose. So here, it's an option if you need rest. Move to the front again. Fold forward. High mountain, arms out to the side. Chair pose. Before we move to the next, just notice how you speak to yourself. You're not hitting yourself because, oh, I can't do this. This is too hard. I'm going to give up. if you are doing that, trash talking yourself, exhale. There's really no need. All right. You do as best as you can. Doesn't have to be pretty or easy. Left leg to the front. Airplane, slowly move left leg back, arms out to the side. Engaging your core, and this pelvis here is aligned with the floor. High lunge, slowly keeping the balance as much as you can. Reach your arms up and exhale. Twisting to your right side, left arm, right leg. Preparing our three-legged dog, framing the foot, right leg up and back. Are you ready? Inhale deeply, and your exhale, your plank. And then lift this foot up again. And then kind of shoot it to the top end of the mat. Turning the back foot, warrior two on this side, opposite side as before. Soften your elbows. And here's also an option of going wider with the distance in between the legs, or shorter for an easier posture today. Flipping the palms. Reach up as we did before. Extend the front leg, keeping the pelvis aligned with the heels. Arms reach up. Exhale, moving your arms down, leg out. 3 times more. Inhale up. And move the knee down. So really bring your awareness to the front knee so it doesn't fall in, but move steadily aligned with the front foot. And stay here. Reversed warrior up, lean back. Only softly holding your hand on the back leg. Again, using your core, your root lock. Both hands on the inside of the foot. Turn the front foot around so you're standing in a wide-legged forward fold. Fold forward. Make sure you use some of that, I was about to say energy, but more like weight, body weight, until the front foot, the sole of the foot there. And lift your head up again. Move to down dog. And again, if you're full of energy today, just stay in your down dog for a few breaths. Or find child's pose, maybe taking your hands down by your side for a bit of an extra pause or rest. And let's do it the last time through, adding the last postures on. So from down dog, finding your breath again. If you jump, jump to the front of the mat, fold forward, high mountain, and sit in your chair. Right leg to the front. Pointing your toes, moving into airplane. Slowly look down. You know what to do now, so just take a look at the floor. High lunge, lowering down right leg at the back. And reach your arms up. Here we go again. We know this. Twisting to your left side, opening up. Gaze on the ground, inhale. And left leg up and back, exhale. Take an inhale. And then the plank thing, knee underneath your tummy. Inhale, reaching up. Exhaling, it's our foot to the front, turning the back foot around, getting ready to warrior two. Flipping the palms. And this thing with our legs and our arms, we're just going to do it once. So reach up, inhale, coming down, exhale. Reverse your warrior, inhale, prepare. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, windmill your arms around, finding the floor, turning this front foot, wide-legged forward fold. One breath here. And then a bit of new postures. Take your spine up, align it with the floor, and then you're going to take your heels a few inches or centimeters or something in, maybe a little bit more if you're really wide-legged standing there. Gonna sit down in a version of a squat. Take your arms out here in this powerful pose with cactus hands. Sit low and make sure your pelvis is not tucked out, but underneath yourself as much as possible. And then let's do like this. Okay, just to get a little bit of smiles on our face. Taking your pause is also sometimes having a little bit of fun. So just move. This is really good core exercise. You should be in doubt. Awesome. Release. Ooh, feet pointing in again. So semi-wide forward fold. Lift your head up. Turn the feet around. So your left leg should be in front. So turn that left leg here. Turn the back foot around. Making sure you put your weight on your left leg. Lift up right leg. Align the back leg with the floor. Again, if possible. Left leg on the floor. Left arm reaching up. Half moon with a twist. So this is a bit of a challenge, I think. But just go with it. 2 more big breaths. And then fingers on the floor. Lower this foot down at the top end of the mat. Yoga squat, which means you move your feet, toes out, heels pointing in, sit down like this. So if you have any knee issues, you might be doing a little bit taller. Palms together, and with your elbows moving out your knee joints. Notice if you kind of squeeze your shoulders together in the front. If you do, move them out to the side. And let's see if we can get out of this. Standing at the top end of the mat. Moving your feet in, still hip width distance, folding forward. Are we ready? Last time through. Reach up. Sit down. Chair. Left leg. You can do this. You feel so good in your body afterwards. Airplane. Left leg back. Flexing the foot. Lowering down the foot at the back end of the mat. High lunge. Twisting to your right side. Coming back to center, hands down. Right leg up and back. And let's do it. Plank pose on your exhale. Whenever it fits your breath cycle. Reach the leg up again. And then to the front of the mat. Warrior two. Back foot around. Reach up safely, mindful of anything that might be hurting. Flipping your palms. Extend the front leg. Lift your arms up. Lower down, maybe on your exhale. Reverse your warrior, leaning back. Windmill the arms around, and as before, moving into wide-legged forward fold. Bending the knees, lifting up halfway, as we did before, kind of, I call it Elvising your feet in. Now your heels are pointing in, toes pointing out. The same goes for the same. Almost the same for the knees, right? And then this one, squeezing the shoulder blades back, fingers out. Really engage your fingers. Again, root lock engaged, ab engaged, and let's rock the boat. And if you want to do it with those small breath of fire, you can do that. Kind of squeezing the air out. No need to, though. Let go. Again, to the front end of the mat. So your left leg ought to be in front. Sorry, your right leg ought to be in front. Lifting up left leg. Closing the hip. You might take your hands and just noticing if the hip is opened or closed. No forward folding here. Right leg on the floor, right arm up for that half moon with a twist. Blocks underneath your heart, hand on the floor might be easier. You can do this. And let go. Now the yoga squat is an option. You can also do your crane pose, a handstand, or even a headstand of your choice. So right now you can choose whatever pose you want to pause in and have some fun in. Today I'm going to fly with my crane pose, I think. So I'll take my hands down, bend my elbows, take the knee joint or the kneecap, whatever, on your tricep. Right here, not looking under, looking a little bit to the front. Lean into those arms. Toe still stays on the ground, and then maybe lift one toe up, maybe both toes. See if balance will find you today. If not, don't worry, just again, play with it a little bit. Perfection is not what we strive for on the mat, never. Play with it some more if you're ready. Find child's pose. Get distance in between your knees. There is space for chest and belly, forehead on the mat. Several times during the Bible and the stories about Jesus, we're told that he went to somewhere secluded to pray. And Jesus went in the morning. For me, that's not the best time, the early morning. Morning is a good time, though, when the kids are off to school. But just think about what time during the day is your time for a pause with God. When do you press pause and recharge? All right, coming up on your knees. I think, at least in my life, there has been times with small kids, for example, where prayer life has been really difficult. There is no great time during the day where I can be consistent with devotional prayer. So I know people struggle with that. So don't judge yourself for that. Just find those spots whenever it works. Light a candle, find your devotional book, and just take those 5 minutes to sit down, or even just do a cross yoga video, whenever it fits, twice a week or something like that. Camel pose. Knees on the mat. I've folded my mat a few times, tucking the toes under, at least if you don't know it. Be mindful. We're going to go back, and it's harder going up than down. So hold your back, lower back, leaning back. So you might be staying here. If your spine is okay, you can lean further back. Make sure hip and knee are aligned. And maybe one hand, maybe both hands can reach the heels. You can let your head go or not. Pushing the hip to the front. Remember to breathe. Coming up again. Right up. Don't move from side to side. Using your core, squeezing in your abs. Like your toenails under, a soft, reversed way of doing a bend. So cat pose. So we'll do a few stretches now and then take some time in meditation. All right. Find a seat on your mat so you can face the screen. I'm going to show you quite a deep stretch for the outer edge of your hip. So you take your right leg and try to align it, I guess for you, with the long or the short, if you're seated like here, end of the mat. Flex your foot. Right leg down. Now try to see if you can get left leg to do the same, but just on top. Now, if this is your way of sitting, because this doesn't allow you to sit more like this, just cross your leg. Maybe take the left leg to the front or low toes or whatever, something cross-legged. Perfectly fine. Just notice which leg is in front or at the top. So I have my right leg below, left leg at the top, sitting bones on the mat. Heel, knee alignment. So I have a triangle space on my mat that I can see. Try to relax your thighs. And if it's okay for your thighs, you might choose to lean forward to deepen this stretch typically here. You might feel it in the lower back as well, but I don't think you're doing it wrong if it stretches somewhere else. Maybe that's just the way your body works. Take deep breaths and try to stay here with a somewhat relaxed body. Slowly coming back. So this twist, or not a twist, but this way of being seated is really good for the legs, creating more space also in the IT band out here. So unshake or shake your legs, windmill or whatever windshield you want to do here. And I'm going to do opposite. So if you're cross-legged, do the opposite side, okay? Left leg down if you were seated something like me, and right leg in front. Now, if it hurts with your ankle on your knee joint, you can take a blanket, or if your mat can reach your hands, something like that to make it more soft. Again, take your time. As you breathe, relax. You can even touch your thighs just to notice, am I relaxed? And then maybe, just maybe, leaning forward to deepen. And I didn't plan on this, but it feels like God is reminding me. So you choose, you take it in. Maybe it's for you, maybe it's not. But I keep being reminded right now that some of us actually chooses our families and time and energy with our families way before we choose God and choose ourselves. So finding that time for a pause, for devotion, for cross yoga movements, what is good for you, it's always put aside because the family is always more important. And I think it's important to say that it's not. You need that time with God, with yourself. Otherwise, you cannot be what you need to be for your family or maybe at work. So choose to say no. Maybe just take that in and ask God if that's for you, if that's what you need to do. Prioritize the pause. Slowly coming back. Release your legs and extend them out to the front. Shaking any tiredness off. Now you can do plow pose now. I will show you in a minute. But if you have any issues with your back, with your neck, you should not do plow pose. You should do this one, just bending your knees a little bit, sitting bones on the mat and lean forward, just like this. So this is your plow pose. If you don't know what plow pose is, please take a look before you do it. I don't want you to move your neck when you're in plow pose, okay? Please, it's important to don't do anything bad on your neck. So if you want to do plow pose, take a look if you don't know it. Take your hip up, chin towards your chest. Maybe you bend your knees and just stay here. Maybe you stretch them out somewhat. Now the point is trying to reach down, maybe toes reaching down. Oh, I feel the workout from yesterday. My toes can't reach today, so that's great. Stay here, supporting your back with your hands or on the floor. Now you try. Remember to keep breathing and don't look at the screen just because I'm talking. Okay, close your eyes. I'll let you know when it's time. And it's almost time. Now take your hands on your hip. Again, eyes closed. You will just listen, and it's really easy. Hold your hip, bend your knees, and slowly come down, laying on the mat. Feet on the mat, knees bended. Let your hands reach down on your belly. Close your eyes. Notice the sensations in your body. And let's open up our hips. by doing this butterfly, I call it. So sole of the feet together, knees out. A little bit of engagement in your core here so you don't have a really huge arch in your back. Okay, so a little bit in. If you're able to reach down with your hands on your inner thighs, just getting a little bit of weight down here to deepen the stretch of the inner thigh is nice. Relax your face. And then finding resting pose. Maybe the pose you've been waiting for, because this is where you really notice the pause. So extend your legs out, feet out, hands on the floor, and maybe even above your head if it feels good. Close your eyes. Open your mouth. And if your face has a hard time relaxing, you might take your clean hands, I hope, up on your face and just kind of pull your skin a little bit down to soften in between your eyebrows, your forehead. Bring awareness to your face and the muscles in your face. And as you relax here, maybe you picture the face of Jesus or God or the Holy Spirit, whatever is best for you. A smiling face. And maybe hear God saying, "Take a rest, my child." And maybe even picturing God tucking you in bed like a child, saying, "I am in control. Rest." So I'll be quiet for a few minutes. And let your soul and mind rest without judgment in God's arms. before we finish the class, to stay rested on the mat. Think about the life of Jesus. I mean, he was the savior, or he is the savior of the world. He had 3 years on the in service of the people, preaching and all of this. I would suggest that he might feel a bit of pressure and responsibility, as he was or is the savior of the world. And still, with all that pressure, by saving the world, it says, while it was still night, way before dawn, Jesus got up and went out to a secluded spot and prayed. So if Jesus chose to take the time with his somewhat pressed schedule, so can we. The reading was from Mark 1 message version. Inhale and sigh out through your mouth. And if you feel that this is your time to stay on the mat, please do so. All right. But if you're ready, you can wiggle toes, fingers, wrists, ankles, all of that, maybe hugging in your knees towards your chest. And from there, again, only if you're ready, move into seated pose. May God give you rest and peace and wisdom to walk the path ahead of you. Blessings to you, and thank you so much for joining me. Blessings to your family and everything that's going on in your life. I'll stop the live recording now. Thank you for spending this time with me. And of course, I would always appreciate if you want to share the YouTube channel, subscribe if you haven't already, like, and all of this. The purpose is to reach out with more of God's love to all of the world. Thank you.